Hello, I'm Sean Carron and I'm working here at ANS Global on the estimating. Moss panels are a completely different product to living walls. They don't require any soil or water, so they are significantly lighter than a living wall. It does depend a little bit what a moss panel backing is made of. This one, for example, is a composite panel, so it's a bit more of a man-made product, but sometimes they're made with a plywood panel. An average kind of weight range for a moss panel would be around about 5 to 8 kg per square metre. Typically in the region of around about £350 to say £550 for a supply and install, depending on the type of moss you go for. There are different types of moss. Moss is normally held in stock in the most popular colours, and lead times will typically be around about 2 weeks, although if a project is a bit more involved, or maybe a very large project, you might want to allow another couple of weeks maybe on top of that. There are 3 main types of moss available, although there's lots of different options that you can customise them within that. The first type of moss that we have is what we call flat moss. This is an example of flat moss here. It's normally the most basic kind of moss, the first price point. What I'm holding here is reindeer moss. This is normally the middle price range of the different types of moss available, and it gives a much more open, airy looking texture. As you can see, this one's quite 3D, it's quite springy and bouncy and does create a very fun look. The last option of moss that we have is bun moss. I've got a couple of examples here in different shades of green, but bun gives a very 3D visual appeal, very mountainous if you like. The most common colour for moss is the natural green, but some manufacturers also offer in the region of 20 different shades and colours, which you can see here. I've got blues, oranges, I've got pale white colours. These can all be used to great effect to create logos and images, and basically moss is a brilliant advertising tool for your company. Well, preserved moss is neither dead nor living, but it's rather a dormant product that has been preserved using an environmentally friendly process. So unlike a living wall, it doesn't provide quite the same ecological benefits. However, it has been proven that adding biophilic elements into your environment, be it a home environment or a commercial or a public space, does improve health and well-being. It helps to increase people's positivity and happiness, and in a work environment, it's been proven to increase productivity and energy levels. No, moss doesn't need maintenance or irrigation. It's, as we've covered before, it's a preserved product, so there's nothing going on there that needs to be looked after. It's a really hassle-free, brilliant solution. Moss doesn't require any additional lighting either. It's perfectly at home in any environment with any kind of lighting that you've got there.